Before we get started, a quick and special thank you to those who have supported the show via Patreon. If you want your name here, as well as other top value rewards for your support, be sure to head over to patreon.com/excessivederp today. Your support will help the show get gooder. Hey there friends, Excessive Derp here, and welcome to another edition of the vlog. Yes, that's right, we're having another one so closely after having that other vlog, which was explaining why I have been so absent from the channel lately. This is more important news to bring up. It's something I've been contemplating since that last vlog. Actually, there's two things to discuss. One kind of in relation to the last vlog, another one completely different that involves this. Not my breasts, my shirt. Sorry, I just recorded an episode of Ask Derp, so I'm still kind of in that loopy mind frame, but this vlog is going to bring me back down to earth a little bit. So yeah, might as well just jump right into it, so here we go. So I guess first off I will talk about the shirt itself. So this shirt right here, the Excessive Derp shirt, which I've titled Derp Star Hero. It is a homage to my favorite, one of my favorite probably second favorite video game of all time, which is Gunstar Heroes. Modeled after this game right here, obviously very much for the Sega Genesis. Anyone who's been around this channel long enough knows that I adore this game. Got this poster and it had the Japanese art on the back as well. I'm going to be reordering the vinyl again just so I can get the Japanese art and then hang the other one, the limited edition vinyl on my wall in a picture frame. Yeah, I love Gunstar Heroes, and so when I made this shirt, it was a homage, and I also very closely followed the rules and laws of fair use parody. I researched it thoroughly enough, and I have a handle on it. And according to North American law, this shirt is okay to go. Because trust me, I did my research. But that didn't really stop Sega now, did it? I recently got a DMCA, which if you don't know is a cease and desist from Sega Genesis. That's right, Sega. Not from the console, but you know, the company obviously, even though I think Nintendo owns them. I don't even remember. Sega's not even a real thing anymore. Regardless, I got a DMCA on my TeePublic store for this design. I'm wearing it now because A, I'm not making money on this vlog, and B, I'm no longer making money on the shirt. This is just something I made now for myself, technically. So that doesn't really count. But yeah, I got a DMCA. So the shirt has been taken out of the store, and I'm extremely disappointed. I've sent an appeal to Sega. Like I had to find like the proper links to go through and everything like that, and the proper people to send it to. I finally found it. I sent an appeal. It was a little lengthy, and I'll break it down for you real quick. It basically just went through the idea of I was explaining to them how and why this shirt was in fair use, how I wasn't stealing the image, and that I do indeed credit it quite often to where the original source is. So all of that, and then again broken down very simply to the question of, so tell me again why this was taken down. So I sent that. I don't expect anything back, and even if I do, I expect them to bite my head off, because then I realized that Japanese fair use parody laws and rules are much different and much more strict than it is here in North America. So there is a good chance that I am not going to be able to get this design back onto the store, and that's incredibly disappointing. I think I did a fantastic job on this shirt. I'm looking at the monitor here, like at the shirt and stuff. Like I think I did a fantastic job on it. It took 4 hours to be able to deconstruct the Gunstar Heroes logo. If you need to see what it looks like again, right there, Gunstar Heroes. I had to deconstruct it and spell out the letters myself. The derp, I had to expand everything, resize everything, make sure everything looked perfect before I put it out onto a goddamn t-shirt. So yeah, all that work for nothing. And that made me feel a complete shit. That was obviously not the only reason why I was away from the channel for so long. That actually just happened very recently. The big news out of that is, unfortunately, this shirt is no longer available for purchase. If you're ever considering purchasing it, I am afraid I have some bad news. That can't happen anymore. So right now, this is like a rarity amongst Excessive Derp now, and if one day somehow on Twitch, YouTube, or wherever the hell I become really, really popular, this is going to be like a very, very coveted item. But I'm thinking way ahead of myself here. That's obviously not going to happen. But yeah, so this shirt is no longer available on TeePublic. Unfortunately, I hate to say that. But the TeePublic store is still open. Don't think it's closed suddenly. There are still 3 other designs there. So I don't mean to like suddenly advertise for myself. I'm just saying there is more than just this. So if you were ever considering purchasing something, there's still things to look for. And it's gonna kind of make me push to get more stuff into the store. I guess while I'm at it, I'll just mention too, I'm going to be applying for college really soon, and I'm going to be going hopefully into graphic design. And I'm not just doing it for Excessive Derp, but I realize how it could benefit Excessive Derp. So by all means, there's going to be new designs coming down the road, and hopefully they're going to look really good. So there's always that to look forward to as well. So yeah, but just this shirt, it's going to be mine forever now, no one else's. It's kind of sad, but I said, what can I do? Like, it's hard to fight. I put in the appeal, but I doubt they're going to listen to it. I doubt they care. And even if they do, they'll just tell me to shut the fuck up pretty much. So, yeah, that is that first piece of news. And I'm not going to lie to you, it doesn't get much better from here. Okay, so for the second and final piece of news, I mentioned earlier bringing myself back down to earth. This is where it's really going to come down. While I was kind of in my, like, little moments of, like, my depression and anxiety and everything was getting really bad, and I had a lot of time to think. And then, like, I was also thinking about the channel itself and, like, reflecting on certain things that I've posted and certain things I wanted to do with this channel and everything like that, and also what wasn't working for the channel. And one big thing I had to come to a realization about, well, and it came down for two reasons, but I'll say it right up front, is how I feel Let's Do This isn't really working for the channel anymore. There's a couple things that brought me to this conclusion. A, the views on it are consistently the lowest on the channel. My live streams, my live streams do well, BSF does very well. Like, very well, usually. Like, on average, it does much better, especially because some of the videos are in hundreds of views. No Games Bars doesn't do that well either, but, like, the big news here is indeed Let's Do This. My baby, my staple, like that, what made the channel in the first place. So I had to do some thinking about it. And I was like, well, how can I change the show? How can I, like, maybe make it a little more interesting, a little more easier to watch and digest? Because maybe, like, the way I'm doing it now isn't exactly working. So I thought of a way I can change the show's presentation, make it maybe a little shorter, and change the way I present it. Rather than recording an hour and a half, I do it, like, differently, like in shorter bursts of time, fewer edits type thing. But then I also started thinking if I even wanted to do Let's Do This anymore. And this is where my thinking got really, really heavy into it, because this is a serious question to ask myself. The show that I've consistently put the most effort and time into, the thing I've bled my hours into and ignored other things just to get episodes out. I had to think if I even wanted to do it anymore, because I realized that there was a time, like, I played Silent Hill 4 not too long ago. Before and after that, I was kind of getting into this mood and idea that, like, it felt like a chore. It didn't really feel as fun anymore. And even in the last couple episodes of Super Metroid I've done, it's not even just the game itself. Like, I have no problems with the game, but it's the idea of recording, like, for an hour and a half or so, and breaking that down to a single episode. All the editing and just, it's something I don't want to get into right now. It's content I'm not interested in putting out. And so then I had to think for a long time whether or not I wanted to continue doing the show. To be honest, I don't think I've even made an official decision yet. I've thought about it a lot. Sometimes I think I do want to stop doing it. And then there's other times where I want to think maybe I can just at least try to change the setup of the show and see how that works. And that was going to be tested recently, actually. My sister and I, Olive the Clarinet, she's on co-host of Big Screen Fishers, and she's on Second Player Start. We recorded a Big Screen Fishers, then immediately recorded 6 consecutive episodes of Let's Do This in a brand new format. If I had to compare it to anything, think about, like, Game Grumps, for example, how they'll do, like, 10 minutes of uncut kind of stuff. 10 to 20 minutes of uncut kind of stuff. Like, I was playing with that idea and, like, presenting it in that kind of way, but not quite the way they do it. Like, something that could just not be so much work, but I could still have content out there. So we recorded 6 episodes of a particular PlayStation game, and lo and behold, 3.5 hours or so worth of footage of us playing that game got corrupted, and it's gone. So all I have is the webcam and the audio, which is completely useless. I mean, that would make for a great April Fool's Day video. Fucking 3.5 hours of just webcam and our game audio, but no actual game. Like, that'd be funny, but other than that, it's all gone. And that's another thing that kind of drove me to think, like, maybe I just shouldn't be doing this anymore, because like the heartbreak when you lose content too is just it's a lot to take. So to be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it anymore. With Let's Do This, I haven't recorded anything new for it in a long time aside from what I just said. I haven't felt the need or want to, even though I know I have games to finish. Like, I feel the very least I can do is probably finish Super Metroid and of course NBA Jam, because like NBA Jam has been around since the beginning, and if anything, I look more forward to finishing that than anything else. So I don't know, maybe I'll finish Super Metroid and I'll get around to doing NBA Jam, but just other than that, I might try format change, but I'm thinking maybe it's time to move on from that. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know, to be honest. I really don't. It's emotional. It's like I'm not crying about it, but it's the show that started my channel. And it's something I cared so much for and put so much time and effort into, and then suddenly I don't feel the same about it. Like, it feels so strange. It feels really kind of bittersweet, where it's like it allows me to move on and do something else, but at the same time, like, part of me doesn't want to give it up. But I think I'm leaning more towards kind of putting it on the back burner for a while. As I said, I'm willing to try a different format. That doesn't mean it's going to continue from there. But it's been on my mind for quite some time now, and I felt it was important to bring it up to all of you. That doesn't necessarily mean anything bad for the other content on the channel. Ask Derp, Big Screen Fishers, live streams, and everything like that, despite the fact that I do a lot of my live streaming over at Twitch. That's not really going to change. Once I get back in the swing of things, it won't, but like, Let's Do This is that thing I'm not even certain about it anymore. I'm sorry if I'm pausing a lot and I don't know what to say. It's just because, like, it still kind of weighs on me a little bit. Like, it hurts to make a decision like this, but I feel like it's probably gonna be better in the end if I do this. The only episode of Let's Do This to ever break over 100 views was the first episode of Silent Hill 4. That was episode 100 of LDT. But the thing is, I used Google AdSense for that, so it would appear in people's feeds and they would click on it and everything like that. So I paid for the ad space to get the video out there. And that's the only reason why that one broke. Other than that, all the other ones have been pretty low. A lot of my older episodes have, like, still under 100 views, but more than most do nowadays. But the thing is, like, those have been there for such a long time, so people come and go from those, and they're not very good to go by. So I mean, it's hard for me to look at any stats of those videos like in a positive light, knowing how bad they look. Maybe I'll try the new format for Let's Do This, but as far as I'm concerned, like, I think I might be wrapping that up soon. Maybe it might come back. Maybe the new format will work. I don't know, but I don't feel any need to make any more Let's Do This episodes. I don't really have the time or energy for it anymore. Like, I can do things on the channel, I can still do other shows, but just Let's Do This is the one that takes the most out of me. And whenever I'm editing, I procrastinate. I procrastinate making thumbnails. Like, I procrastinate on uploading and doing all the YouTube information stuff for it. Just, I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot encouraging me right now to continue on with it. So I think this might be it. Maybe a little down the road, like maybe a month or two from now, I'll do the new format. I'll try it out, see how it works. But if it doesn't really yield anything and I don't really feel good about it, then it's very likely Let's Do This could disappear. That's still hard to say. It really is. And that's pretty much all the news I have. I'm sorry that had to end on such like a kind of an emotional, down kind of note, but I felt like this needed to get out there. I needed to have it out. I needed to say it. And I felt like you deserve to know what's going on. If it helps, I will say that I did record a new Derp today. A new BSF's being recorded real soon. I'm planning out a series of live streams over on Twitch That's going to consist of the entirety of the Resident Evil series, so by all means stick around, I'll make more announcements about that. So as you can see, I'm still doing things, but Let's Do This is that one where I'm just like, I don't feel like getting back to that. I don't really need to right now. I don't know when I'll feel like it again. So that's going to be quiet for quite some time, probably. Well, anyways, thank you very much for watching this episode. Thank you very much for watching this update, and by all means, if you feel differently about the Let's Do This thing and you think it would be better if I continued it, like, don't so much worry about how I think about it, but because, like, I could probably be talked into doing it and motivated to do it. Because right now it feels like all for naught type thing, where it's like I put all this effort in. Like, I'm not crying for attention or views on YouTube or anything like that, but like, I don't know, it feels like it's going out to nothing. It's like I'm making it for myself. And I know a lot of creators say, oh, just do it for yourself, do the things that you like, but the idea is like, you know, when you put it out in the public for everyone to see and no one's watching it, it feels kind of disheartening. It really does. But yeah, so if you feel differently about it, if you have your own opinions on it, or maybe you think this is a good idea, I don't know, then by all means you can let me know. I'd love to hear feedback on it. Other than that, you can like, subscribe, comment, and share. It feels weird to say that right now, considering I just said I might be dropping one of my shows. But yeah, all four of those things do help the channel, and they do help me significantly, and just like in the decisions I make for the channel and everything like that, obviously, and like looking at things going forward, how I proceed with things. And also patreon.com/successofderp if you want to support the channel financially. There's always that option. 4 reward tiers to choose from, so hopefully if you like something you'd want to support the channel, the option is there. And of course, tpublic.com/user/successofderp, where unfortunately you can't get shirts like this anymore, but there are still 3 designs, more to come soon down the road, and they'll look great on you. I know they will, so by all means, take a look. Maybe you'll like them, maybe you won't, I don't know, but it's always there for you to check out. So yeah, I'll see you around in the next video. The next one's coming out is probably going to be like an Ask Derp or something like that. There's a live stream coming up soon, like several live streams coming up soon. I'll make another vlog soon talking about that and giving you schedules and ideas of what I'm going to be doing. So stick around for that. And this is Success of Derp signing off, saying I have no sign-offs.